Sai, Shalom Rastafari scenes. Welcome friends, welcome newcomers. So we're talking about today is something that is the most important subject that we have ever covered. And it's actually quite simply as follows. It is this. So we're talking about the dreams, the most divine dreams, the best dreams that you've ever had that you remember because they were so good and it was the most beautiful thing you've ever sensed, felt, known, actually even been seeing, even if it was like in the dark hours, dreaming, with your eyes closed. And you remember these during the daytime because they were so good. They were so pure. And actually, I know it's God's will because of the fact that it was as if I felt the presence of God in this dream accompanying everything that I was seeing. And so I figured then, this is the Kanabusum Mountains, Heaven on Earth, UN mission fulfilled, world peace, perfect world dream. Now, I still remember this one, and I've been processing this today. Now, another thing that's absolutely imperative is that we have to pay attention to the cycles of life and the daily periods, because when a lot of this revelation came, it was in the C period earlier today on a Sunday afternoon when it's a time for the realization of great spiritual truths. So I know that what I realized was legit and accurate. I got to recap that too, so I remember that now. It was that basically, if you have these divinely inspired dreams that are so godly, that are so holy, sacred, and pure and beautiful, you wake up and you think, okay, I got to live this. We got to have this. I have to live this dream. Now, the way to do that is because of how the mechanism whereby we actually dream in the evenings, it's the same mechanism that we're actually dreaming the dream of reality in day life right now, except that it's like you're dreaming with your eyes open. Now, there's the thing about when you lay on your back and you're dreaming in the evenings with your eyes closed and you awaken in the dream and you free dream, like what they call lucid dreaming, that the same process of awareness and focus that guides that to be a good dream, it's also going on right now. It's your thought processes. So we have to guide all of this, daytime and evening time, with the good good thoughts, and guide our dream 24/7 of life, and live good dream our life 24/7 with discipline of the mind and good thoughts, and then live that. And now it's interesting, now the next thing is, so like through meditation and focus, right now I'm doing it in the daytime. I'm thinking about good things, good visions, good ideas, good things in the mind's eye while I'm dreaming awake. Okay. Same way when you dream in the evenings, you are also thinking things, and that's actually guiding the dream even when you have your eyes closed, right? It's the same mechanism. You have to order that aright. Now, instinctively you would think, and an hour ago, I thought that, and I still do a lot, and have many times before, thought that, okay, there was this one dream that was so good. It was like a divinely inspired dream. It was like the will of God, it. So you think, okay, I'm supposed to manifest that in the real world. So I've sought to do that already for years. That's why I founded the the United Marijuana Nations, on Instagram and YouTube. Check us out and join us. That dream led to this actually, okay, see, it's already happened then. Okay, right, now I'm figuring it out, because I thought that dream and what was in that dream had to be completely manifested here by my daily activities. But see, that would include me physically going somewhere west of here and working in an institution, and then all this different stuff. But actually, what was the way that the God's will should be divinely expressed was through the simple actions that I've actually already taken based on this dream, by creating a YouTube channel and an Instagram page and talking about it. Because we automatically think, okay, so we have to, so should we, like we think that we're supposed to carry through on this, like till we see it. And this is where it becomes important, where we're going to mention something called deja vus. So you think when you had this divine dream that, okay, that's it, that's my life's work. No vowels. Oh man, no vowels. I know it is, and I know it's already actually done somehow through some miraculous divine aid. I'm going to explain that though. Is that it seems like you think, okay, so you got to carry through with this on the from like day to day in the daily activities to make that dream a reality that you will actually see, like right now, like you're seeing real-time, daytime reality. Okay. Actually, what happened then was, while I was thinking about that for about a half an hour, all of a sudden I remembered another beautiful dream I had, and it felt and I sensed that it was the right thing to go and travel in a certain, what do they call it? Direction, because I feel and I sense and I know this is the right path for me at this moment because of another dream that I had where I sort of saw this same kind of a thing, and it seems like that's the way to actually carry on with your real day-to-day activities. But then you remember the other dream you had and you think, okay, so but shouldn't I be working at, and like making this happen in the real world, this other one first? No, what happens is you took a couple of small steps to manifest that dream, that good one in reality, because you know it's God's will. And then as I sat here and I reflected again, I remembered that I actually already sort of manifested that dream into a reality that's becoming more of a reality through these pages that I created that were based on a divine dream and inspiration. The right? Now, what we got to mention is that we have to remember that everything that happens, whether daytime or evening, it's all part of the cycles of life, and there are different times and daily periods when different cosmic urges and impulses seem to inspire us to this or to that. And it's actually right on point, because when I had these great revelations, it was in a sea period. But now when I remember this other dream that would technically include me traveling somewhere that's far, far away right now, literally today, like right now, going somewhere where I sort of know where it is from my dream, that's because the period right now is a deep period, according to the cycles of life, where it's good to go on long voyages. So there's this cosmic urge also pointing your real-time experience right now to remembering that dream and following this or that impulse as an aspect of what to do now and how to live that dream. So we do have to be completely circumspect with everything and judging and rightfully discerning our dreams using wisdom. Make wisdom be your guide. That's the most important thing. Now, that being the case, what's happening at this moment now is that I'm remembering that using wisdom, you're completely seeing through it all permanently. On the one hand, the revelation in the sea period was useful because of its ability, or let's say the revelation giving you the ability to focus and to be awake in the dream of either in the evenings, eyes closed, or during the daytime, eyes open, and really live a good dream that you have. But that just went really fast, though, where it was like I'm already thinking about pursuing, actually seeing and manifesting another part of another good dream I had. And I'm thinking, shouldn't I follow through with the other one first, though? But then I realize it's actually already set in motion. Because the difference between the real world and what I saw in my dream, even right now, is still a little bit different. But it's like the stage for it to actually manifest in reality, in the world, the outside world is already set. And I just realized that now when I remember what I've already done based on this dream I had. So now I'm looking at and remembering another dream I had that was really beautiful, and I'm remembering more right now. And then it seems to me like what I should actually do in the real world right now is to actually go that way, because it's like southeast, and there's something interesting. I don't know why it's like that. Like whenever I scan the horizon, I think, where should I travel next? There's always something about the southeast or the south-southeast that is attractive. And I'm still trying to figure that out, because like if I'm standing outside on a meadow looking at the mountain range, scanning the horizon or whatever, I always have this sense that I should go like that way, and that's literally southeast. And this is over and over and over till finally I figured out there's some kind of there's a thing about what we call kosher NLP and the high right angle. This is a great secret that is actually operatively time-tested and proven time and time again, where there's this thing where in mechanics they have a counterclockwise rotation. I guess I can reveal this because it's... So it was revealed to me one day while taking a walk in the forest that if I do things from a high right angle, so if I approach somebody from a high right angle, a counterclockwise trajectory, that it will work, it will go, it'll just go through whatever it is that's good. I've done this many times before and it actually worked. Now, I Googled this once and I thought there's something about a counterclockwise mode of movement that has some kind of a mechanics foundation in how the universe works and how energy moves. And sure enough, there was many examples of this in, like, I Googled this, like a counterclockwise, and I got there was these manuals from like construction work where they're showing you how to put a screw in counterclockwise and other stuff about this. And it seems to work or something. But it's strange because the clocks that we have here, they go clockwise. So I'm thinking to myself, actually, I know why that's the case. Because if you were to look at yourself on a map right now, so now we're talking about orientation and why the different dreams that we have and places we saw in our dream seem to be perceived in the real daytime as like being that way. And it does seem to be over there. And I don't know why. I know for a fact that geographically, the place where I dreamt of is actually that direction. Like 300 clicks from here or something like that. And why I feel compelled to go there now is what I'm asking myself. But now I actually know why. And why I always feel compelled to travel to eastward and not necessarily westward. Sometimes, very rarely do I actually feel compelled, based on my current position, even geographically, to go west. It's always east. There's always something about going to the east that seems really, it's like it's automatic. It feels good. It feels like it's right. I don't know why. But I know now because something about this counterclockwise movement, and if you were to now check your own position, you would have to start mapping this from a definite point in time, because we're always moving in life. But like right now, I'm sitting here on a couch, I'm facing south, west. No, I actually am facing south. That's north, that's west, and that would be east. So the reason why it seems appealing to me instinctively, and it feels good somehow to think about heading east, actually more southeast. That corner of the room is probably the southeast, or the east-south, yeah? Is because of the counterclockwise movement of things in nature and energy generally. Because if you were to map it now, from my perspective, facing forward, even though I'm facing south, counterclockwise would be like that way, toward over there in a circle. And I think that's why this is the case. But But strangely enough, now if I turn around and I face north, I'll do this now. See if I'm correct with this. Doesn't appeal to me to go that way, even though I know that like there's beautiful countries over there. There's the ocean eventually and stuff. It doesn't appeal to me. I'm sitting here and it looks good to go southeast. And funnily enough, though, the terrain here is you have a mountain range. There's like an east-west kind of a valley here, very long. And you got mountain ranges over there, and we're in this valley. And so if I look at that end of the valley that's on the west, it's beautiful, but it doesn't attract me. If I look at the east side, it totally attracts me to go there. And then I think, okay, wait. You got to gauge this with wisdom and make sure you're making wise moves. So that being the case, then, what I'm saying too is that we have to also judge everything, including our dreams, and acting on these divinely inspired dreams that we perceive, sense, feel, and know to be the will of God, actually, to really manifest in the real world with wisdom, engage it with wisdom, because there's different sort of cosmic urges coming from the cycles of life at different times of the day within the daily periods that are actually having an impulsive effect on us. And that's good. That's a good thing as long as you navigate them accordingly, properly, right? Do the right thing at the right time. Make wisdom be your guide. Okay. So now I'm thinking, hold on a sec. Okay. I'm going to go into another subject now that does also have to do with dreaming awakened. In order how to live a really good life all the time, it's by focusing, having good thoughts, good things on your mind. And actually, it's the same thing like when you're dreaming in the evenings and it's a good dream because you have beautiful stuff coming from somewhere within. And that's the same thing you got to do right now, and it's actually your thoughts. Because like during the daily walk, right, I'm thinking about different things that could happen. But then when you think about them, this is like awakening in the dream of reality 24/7, whether dreaming with your eyes shut or open, evening or daytime, you're always dreaming, and you actually have to pay attention. And then what's interesting is the only thing that makes us happy is to dream goodly, to dream beautiful dreams and then somehow live these beautiful dreams. Because if I scan like the horizon of my heart and mind and thoughts and whatnot, and think about what could I do right now? What should I really be doing in the real world right now? It's like I'm thinking about my dreams, I'm remembering the good ones, and I'm thinking about how to live them and go somewhere and then see this happen, see the dreams manifest. But this happens, listen, this is highly important. There's a thing called the déjà vu. So the déjà vu is like when you're somewhere in the real world and for a split second, you see something that you saw in a dream before, and it's exhilarating and it makes you really happy, and you feel joyful and safe and secure and very, it's like the best sense and feeling because you see this good dream became real. But now what I'm doing is I'm remembering different dreams I've had, things I've seen in the dreams that were good, and it could be something simple like a mountain range or a hillside that I'm like traveling along. And it's like, why? And then sure enough, I was on a train ride the other day and I saw these two different things, and it reminded me of what I saw in my dream, and I was happy. And the only thing that seems to make me happy in terms of what I can accomplish and do, basically to a highest level, really what really makes us happy is to somehow go and live this good dream we had. And what's interesting is that it happens automatically though. Because like right now I'm calculating, okay, so how should I continue, right? Yet automatically then as you journey on, you'll see this, what you dreamt, and it'll make you really happy. And then that becomes your priority. And you think, wait a minute. That's what makes you happy. But then that's because that's God's will somehow being manifest, coming from the good inner, holy, sacred, and pure divine inspiration that we have and have had, and it has made certain dreams that we've had, and we remember those and then live them, and it's like God's will is somehow actually happening, and you know that it's true when you had the deja vu all of a sudden, and it's like bam, and you're like, whoa, I dreamt this, oh wow, this is great. And then, so it seems like the will of God within is expressed through these dreams, and then you automatically somehow make movements in real life, and then all of a sudden you're at some point where you saw this in a dream before and it makes you joyful. And then it seems as if, though you have dreams that are divinely inspired, like it's God's plan in that dream and you should make it happen, you may actually take small steps to make it happen, and that'll be enough. And then all of a sudden, as you think you have to do all the details of it, then the next thing that comes to mind is a memory of a part of a other good dream you had, and that seems like how you should carry on in the real world. And if you do that, though, what's sort of interesting is that even though it may seem sort of spontaneous, it's actually really good, because you're actually happy and everything is somehow working in your life really good, better than you sort of planned. It's like the purpose is to dream good. It's like the divine purpose of the divine human, created in the image of God and after his own likeness, is to have these divine dreams and then somehow live them. But then to dream on and live those dreams on and dream on. It's all a dream. A good one, though. Mysterious, beautiful. Like, I've seen all these different things and places in my dreams where I'm still wondering where I'm actually going to see them happen. And then when you think about what could you actually do right now, like where could I or where should I actually go right now in the real world? What employment should I apply for? What actual realistic steps should I actually take right now? And then the safest, somehow the most intuitive and it feels and it seems like it's safe when you think about a certain part of a good dream that comes to mind, and you go and then seek that, and then it happens. So it's as if the purpose of it all, of creation, is even to dream these good things and live them and then dream, and it's all dreaming. Now it does make sense. It does make a lot of sense. And you'll know and you'll feel and you know what I'm talking about when it happens. It's really interesting, because that's the only thing that makes us happy, is to dream, be imaginative with beautiful things, and then somehow all of a sudden you're living them and you're just totally joyful. And it happens, and it will happen automatically.